Okay, so today we'll be looking at the Dred Scott case. So who is Dred Scott? Looking at our timeline here, we see Dred Scott is going to be a slave. So we know if he's a slave, that means he has no rights. But here Dred Scott is going to travel to the north with his master. And he's going to argue because he touched northern soil, is he considered free? What do you think? Is it right that since he touches this soil, he's now considered free? Well, the case is going to make its way to the Supreme Court. So it's going to be Dred Scott v. Sandford. And we know once a decision goes to the Supreme Court, it's going to be the ultimate decision. He's going to go here and he's going to sue. He sued for his freedom. So think about it. A man has to sue to be free? Let's continue on. So let's go to the decision. So the decision is going to be made by Roger Taney. There's going to be 4 parts to this decision. Number 1, they're going to say Dred Scott is a slave. And because he's a slave, slaves are not citizens to the United States of America. And so since he's not a citizen and he's a slave, he has no rights. Because at this time, slaves and African Americans were not even seen as people. They were seen simply as property. And you know, when you have property, you can take your property wherever you want to take it. So then ultimately, he was denied his freedom. But the impact of this decision didn't just stop here with the slaves. The impact is going to reach here, the Missouri Compromise. Let's look at the Missouri Compromise before this Dred Scott decision. We have no slaves north of the 36-36 line. So that means slavery is not able to move west. But then we have here the Dred Scott decision is going to overturn the Missouri Compromise. So it's going to get rid of it because they're going to say Congress has no power to tell states what they can do. So now you can bring your slaves west and all over the United States. So remember we had here our country here. We had our example of the Band-Aids on our country. This ultimate decision is going to break our country apart. We're going to be in many different pieces. And ultimately this is going to start a war between our own people, between the North and the South.